Are you ready to feel your heartbeat race? Watch as colossal shredders and steel crushers unleash raw power, delivering jaw-dropping moments no movie could ever match. The 16-02-100 times 1800 paired with the 8-02-50 isn't just raw force, it's engineered precision. Over 10 tons of output per hour, shredding entire 1,800mm tires into uniform TDF. That's controlled momentum, maximizing recycling efficiency. Outside, it looks like a monster devouring timber, but every detail, from the 2,200mm feed chain to the Scania engine, was designed for efficiency. This isn't chaos, it's controlled destruction serving recycling goals. Who would have thought a $1 million supercar folds like paper when gripped by hydraulic steel? That shocking contrast shows just how small human pride looks beside industrial momentum. Do you feel sorry for that Ferrari? Share your thoughts with me. I'd love to hear them. You could say the Squalo 3000 is the ultimate can opener, except the cans are car frames. Watching it chew through steel feels like nature's version of recycling comedy, because nothing escapes those jaws. And hey, the planet gets a cleaner punchline. Ever wondered how those shafts survive years of punishment? It's not just steel. It's heat-treated, hardened, and aligned so torque spreads evenly. That's why they keep biting day after day without tearing themselves apart. After decades in scrapyards, it's clear why machines like this matter. Older cutters burned fuel fast and wore out quicker. The T1100CD proves progress. Less strain on the system, more steel recycled, and a cleaner planet for the next generation. The real beauty isn't the noise, it's the precision. Each tooth grips metal with just enough force to avoid clogging, keeping the flow steady. That balance of power and finesse is why recycling plants run non-stop without choking on chaos. From the outside, watching workers guide the Fox 1800 is a lesson in teamwork. The machine devours, but it's the human precision around it that keeps recycling both safe and meaningful. When a gas tank rolls into the shredder, danger is written all over it. The slick, curved surface wants to fight back, but the machine's jaws don't flinch. That's why full gear and shields are the real heroes. One mistake, and flying shards could change everything. What makes the VB950E remarkable is its balance of torque and momentum. Instead of brute force alone, the machine calculates every bite of metal, reducing the frame into manageable pieces with minimal wasted energy. That's how recycling gets both efficient and sustainable. Who knew concrete that tough could be crushed this fine in a single go? The shock is watching massive slabs shrink instantly to gravel-sized pieces. It's a reminder that engineering can surprise even when the material seems unbreakable. After decades in the yard, machines like this still amaze. Old drums used to take hours with torches. Now the M85 finishes them in minutes. Efficiency is not just about speed, it's about reducing labor risks and giving new life to scrap steel. One can't help but wonder how much energy is really flowing through those shafts. The momentum behind each cut feels massive, yet it's harnessed with such precision. It raises questions about what future shredders might achieve with smarter drives and greener power.
jag hämtar det resten vidare.
The Zato Cayman RB isn't just strong, it's engineered. With up to 1,200 tons of cutting force, its hydraulic jaws recycle heavy rail with precision. Italian design meets decades of metallurgical expertise, turning waste into valuable raw material. Does anyone know how many tires per hour this mobile unit handles? Specs say up to 8 tons, but in real-world conditions, it looks like even more. Curious if anyone has seen it run on mixed materials, steel wire plus rubber. The real jaw-dropper is customization. Whether diesel or electric, the Drake 16 adapts to your operation. Add that to its low running costs, and you've got a shredder that doesn't just impress, it dominates the market. Watching the Q85ED chew pallets reminds you how far recycling tech has come. From hand tools to 4-shaft shredders, the journey shows how innovation protects both workers and the environment. Remember when logs were chopped by hand? Watching Bassa process 50 tons per hour makes that past feel ancient. Technology didn't just save time, it reshaped forestry into sustainable recycling. The Danish-built M&J 4000M isn't just strong, it's engineered smart. Diesel hydraulic drive means no grid needed, while twin shafts chew through MSW and C and D waste with torque that keeps production stable. Flexibility and efficiency meet in one mobile unit. The sheer momentum here is breathtaking. 4 shafts interlock, grabbing each pallet with relentless pull. It's not just power, it's choreography of steel, ensuring nothing bulky survives intact. Industrial ballet at its finest. That spinning drum grabs copper cables like a beast, crushing with 120,000 pounds of torque. Sparks might jump when steel strands snap, so safety shields and goggles aren't optional. They're survival gear in this wild, scrap battlefield. CL isn't just a car crusher, it's engineering precision. A 4-cylinder Cummins diesel at 173 horsepower feeds the hydraulics, giving steady compaction cycles. This balance of torque and control explains why recyclers worldwide trust its efficiency.
Keep going.
Remember when a computer tower was heavy enough to hurt your back? Now those bulky machines disappear in seconds inside an Italian Forex shredder. Funny how yesterday's cutting-edge tech becomes today's scrap, fueling tomorrow's eco-friendly materials. Hard to believe a Mercedes SL/S/AMG, once a symbol of elegance, ends its journey under steel jaws. It's sad but also poetic. Luxury reborn as recycled aluminum, maybe returning as aircraft parts or green energy frames. Even legends deserve a second life. When a machine like the Moros HP1100 slices through beams thicker than a man's arm, danger is always on the table. Safety shields and proper gear aren't optional. They're the only barrier between raw steel momentum and human skin. What makes the HM8400 stand out is its balance of horsepower and momentum transfer. With up to 200 horsepower driving the rotor, the machine converts torque into steady biomass output. Precision in knife alignment means less downtime, more efficiency, and sustainable fuel for the future. After years around shredders, one thing stands out: consistency. The Raptor TS200 doesn't just chew tires, it delivers steady output shift after shift. That reliability is what keeps recycling plants profitable and workers trusting the machine. The hydraulic press doesn't just crush, it channels momentum with precision. By distributing force evenly across the forklift frame, the machine maximizes compaction while minimizing dangerous recoil. That's controlled energy at its best. The sheer force is jaw-dropping. Every barrel crumbles as if it had no past, no resistance. It's industrial strength reshaping waste into a future resource. A reminder that steel bends when power is precise. precision is what stands out. Every tooth on those shafts bites with just enough spacing to keep the flow steady. That design is why the M45 can run non-stop, recycling electronics while cutting down landfill waste. Does that cutter keep momentum steady enough to crack engines without seizing up? The design must balance torque, blade angle, and pressure perfectly. Engineering curiosity never sleeps. Designed in the USA, the Aljon 580CL delivers consistency. A 173 horsepower diesel engine driving hydraulics that compact steel with precision. It's engineered efficiency, turning wrecks into transportable bales for recycling mills. The way energy funnels through each rotor tooth is breathtaking. Glass doesn't just break, it explodes into uniform shards ready for recycling, turning celebration waste into raw material again. Now that's an engineering encore worth applauding. What's the torque rating on this beast? With that kind of bite, it must be pushing thousands of foot-pounds. Curious how engineers balance low RPM with enough force to keep a steady throughput. There's something oddly satisfying watching big chunks of licorice wood turn into a fluffy pile of chips. It feels like nature's candy getting diced for a party. Only this party helps recycling plants. The Presemeca 16-02-100 isn't just shredding rubber. It calculates momentum like a formula in motion. Each blade synchronizes with the feed rate, ensuring no jams, no wasted energy. It's controlled destruction, designed for continuous recycling flow.
Auparavant, c'était à 100%, donc ça brûle beaucoup plus fort.
There's something oddly satisfying about seeing the B66L shred the mess, like watching a giant wood chipper at a county fair. But this one saves forests by recycling every ounce of biomass. Hard work never looked this fun. From the outside, this trio looks like a factory orchestra. The C50 strikes the opening chord, the C44 carries the melody, and the S130 keeps rhythm. Together, they turn chaos of raw rock into harmony of clean aggregate. The auger pack isn't just shredding wood, it manages momentum like an engineer's blueprint. Every rotation translates kinetic energy into controlled compression, giving that remarkable 5-to-1 reduction ratio. It's cost efficiency built right into physics. The hydraulic ram of the Orca S6000P doesn't slam. It drives forward like a calculated punch. Each bale is a testament to controlled momentum, where brute force meets design. It's industrial art with a purpose. Less waste, more reuse. Long before machines like Metamat, men used shovels and sieves, breaking their backs for the same job. Watching this beast screen tons in minutes feels like stepping into the future, where sweat is replaced by smart mechanics. Does anyone know how the automatic reverse detects overload so quickly? The response time must be milliseconds to protect those 22 kilowatt motors from burning out. Have you ever wondered how stretched aluminum keeps its integrity after endless cycles? This line cuts it into uniform grains while maintaining purity at 99%. That's why recycling saves resources without cutting corners. As a crawler-type roll crusher, the Kobelco KMC 300R uses hydraulic drive to deliver massive torque. With throughput near 150 tons per hour, the transfer from steel rollers into compressed debris is a showcase of Japanese engineering. Efficiency here isn't just speed, it's controlled destruction. Seeing that EC640 spit out logs over diameter 40 centimeters automatically is a relief. At 200 horsepower Caterpillar power and 70 cubic meters per hour output, one mistake could launch wood chips like bullets. Always gear up with face shields. Folks, safety isn't optional when raw torque meets hardwood. Kind of wild seeing a hammer mill chew through scrap like popcorn. At 2 tons per hour on 75 horsepower, it's almost satisfying, like watching a giant wood chipper in a carnival of steel. From the outside, it looks like pure destruction. But what's really happening is resource recovery. Every mattress, log, or beam shredded by the Tyran means less waste dumped and more material reused. Does anyone know how much horsepower these beasts run on? Judging by the way they eat through a car frame, it must be thousands. Would be cool to compare the energy used here with what the recycled steel saves later. Didn't deserve this WWE finishing move. 1 minute, it's cruising the streets. The next, it's flat as a pancake. Memory's gone, but hey, at least it's cashing out as scrap metal now. Does anyone else feel a bit heartbroken for that car? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Few sites rival the VK10120's jaws closing on a wrecked SUV. The geometry of the press forces metal into compact cubes, ready for smelting. It's industrial art, precision, brute power, and a direct line from scrap to future steel beams. Who needs fireworks when a crusher shakes off a jam like that? The rock didn't stand a chance. Plus, every chunk pulverized means less landfill and more recycled base for future roads. If machines had appetites, the GF4000 would be the all-you-can-eat champ. Engines, gearboxes, crankshafts. It munches through them like a buffet. The fun part? All that destruction actually helps save the planet through recycling. Outside, the scene is mesmerizing. Workers guiding loads while the Crambo 6000 devours timber. Every movement is synchronized. Man and machine united in recycling's front line. It's a quiet reminder that progress and safety must march together. The sight of cylindrical drums folding like paper is jaw-dropping. Every cut is momentum control. Every rotation harnessing pure kinetic force. Seeing industrial waste reduced to manageable scrap feels like watching physics flex its muscles. From a distance, the python looks like a simple box. Step closer, and it's clear. Momentum, torque, and design merge into a system that doesn't just crush waste, it reshapes industries. a must-have for small firms chasing big impact. If a stack of guitars falls into the shredder, does it count as heavy metal music? Either way, those riffs get recycled into rebar. Call it the greenest concert encore ever performed. Watching the Fabric-Tech FKT2000 in action is wild. The operator sits safely inside the cab, running the whole beast by remote. Crushing steel like it's cardboard, this shredder shows how modern control meets raw industrial power. Efficiency and safety all in one. Few sights impress more than tons of torque channeling into a simple can. It's not destruction, it's transformation. Recycling turns chaos into order, and this shredder proves power can be both brutal and beneficial at once. From the outside, it looks like a monster eating clouds. But behind the spectacle is recycling at its smartest, turning flimsy foam into reusable material. What seems destructive is actually renewal. The BM300's twin-shaft design doesn't just crush, it calculates. Torque splits evenly, feeding momentum until every can folds flat. That balance of kinetic energy and controlled pressure is what sets industrial shredders apart. There was a time when broken pallets piled up behind warehouses, wasting space and rotting away. Now, this shredder turns what was once junk into reusable material. Recycling isn't just modern tech, it's rewriting the way industries handle waste. The UNTHA RS40-1000 doesn't just cut cables, it controls torque transfer. 4 synchronized shafts keep momentum stable, preventing jams while maximizing throughput. That's calculated engineering, turning chaotic scrap into uniform recyclable pieces. That excavator track transfers kinetic energy straight into the pot, converting momentum into pure crushing force. It's textbook energy conversion, brutal but efficient. This beast could chew through yard clippings faster than a suburban dad with 10 lawnmowers. Impressive torque with a green bonus. Neighbors' leaves don't stand a chance. Watching 95 mattresses turn to scraps in an hour is like witnessing kinetic energy made visible. Pure torque. Pure balance. This is momentum turned into a recycling symphony. After decades around machines, you spot why the PLX matters. It compacts aluminum into uniform 20-kilogram bales. Easy to store, easy to transport, and a clean step in closing the recycling loop. Built by Nabesho in Okayama, Japan, the RK4000 applies just enough pressure so blades never bog down. That balance between tonnage and velocity is pure engineering genius. Efficiency here means smooth recycling. The CR2A's hydraulic drive is no gimmick. This Italian-built system slashes energy use while delivering torque that bends hardened metal. That balance of efficiency and raw force sets a new benchmark in scrap processing. From a distance, the plant looks like madness. Trucks dumping, conveyors moving, sparks flying. But zoom in. Every motion is engineered, every crush a step toward a cleaner tomorrow. Ever wonder how momentum turns into such raw force? It's the flywheel, the torque transfer, the steady feed. Medit Bud isn't just smashing. It's a physics lesson disguised as a recycling monster. What sets the Eldon superchopper apart is torque transfer. The rotors bite with precision, converting rotation into relentless momentum. That balance of horsepower and controlled shear makes it a global leader in tire recycling efficiency. Back in the day, pulling a transmission out of a junk car took hours of sweat and wrenches. Watching this VRS strip one down in under a minute feels like witnessing decades of hard labor condensed into pure hydraulic muscle. Progress has never looked this efficient. Sidelines, it looks like a battle between stone and steel, yet the outcome is scripted. The jaw clamps, the rock yields, and the cycle continues. What seems violent is actually a controlled rhythm that fuels recycling plants. There was a time expired drinks went straight to landfills, leaking into soil and wasting resources. Seeing this line now, turning waste into raw material, feels like redemption for all those years. Once, tossing out an old couch meant a landfill pile and wasted space. Now, Olnova tears it down in minutes, turning what was once junk into reusable fragments. It's progress that proves recycling is no longer a dream, but daily reality. Two 7.5 kilowatt motors with inverter control give precise speed regulation. Low speed plus high torque means consistent shredding without clogging. That's why this setup maximizes efficiency and supports the 3R principle. The arc feed pusher isn't just about efficiency. It controls material flow, so the rotor keeps momentum without choking. That balance of torque and kinetic energy is what makes this machine crush fabrics and plastics into clean, uniform chips. Is anyone tracking how much energy this machine saves compared to older balers? With its rotary lid blades and massive hydraulic punch, it seems like the kind of upgrade that could cut costs and carbon footprint alike. The R230 isn't just a screener, it's engineered momentum. Each cycle harnesses kinetic energy, transferring it into controlled vibration that separates tons of material in minutes. That's physics at industrial scale, efficiency meeting brute force. Watching tons of rock crumble in seconds is raw momentum unleashed. That transformation from solid mountain to manageable fragments is what turns danger into productivity. A grinder running at 25 revolutions per minute with 500 horsepower is pure engineering wisdom. Low speed prevents dangerous projectiles, while the magnetic conveyor ensures metal separation. That's how efficiency meets safety in real scrap processing. Once, plastic waste was a nightmare piling up in landfills. Seeing the SE30 reduce it to reusable flakes feels like redemption, turning yesterday's trash into tomorrow's raw material. Recycling isn't nostalgia, it's survival.